Hi, and welcome back. So it's time again for the third day of Advent of Cyber. Today it's a web exploitation thing. It's called Christmas Blackout, and we need to start an actual machine for this exercise. So I'm pressing the button, starting the machine. So the exercise is Grinch's enterprises have also tried to block communication between anyone at the company. So the Grinch is back. They looked at everyone out in the email systems, and Mac sysadmin has also lost access to the admin panel. Can you find the admin panel and help restore communication for the best festival comedy? This is so funny. So the learning objective today is that we're going to using our investigation skills and technique to discover unlisted content and attempts some common authentication using the clues around us. What is content discovered and why is it useful? So they show something like this with it's a WordPress site. It seems like this image, and they say before we begin learning content, let's define content actually is. Content is the assets and inner working of the application that we are testing. Content can be files, folders, pathways that weren't necessarily intended to be accessed by the general public. Alrighty then. For example, you may have a blog where you can post about nasty treats you want everyone to view, all your delicious snacks, but you don't want everyone to be able to manage what delicious snacks are for you. You may hide the administrative panel away from the public. Alrighty then. So they also showed you some listing here and talking about content discovery, configuration file, password backups, content management system, and administrative dashboard and portals. And yeah, I guess just read the text and let's try and get this done. So they're talking about using something called Dearbuster for the website called santascookies.hackthebox. So let's just copy that, and first of all the IP address is open, so let's just close the other room I did before, open the web page. It's called Grinch's Enterprise and the email solution built for you, and yes. So we can go home, we can register, it doesn't work, we can log in, and it seems that this website is only a bare minimum of template going on. Just quickly, yeah, I'll even press the buttons. Is that true? Let's just try. I'm just trying really fast stuff right now, and it seems like everything is disabled. So let's go back again and say need to dearbuster the web page called Santa's cookies. So not found. Whoops. And let's go to. Let's just take it one step at a time. So that pit page, Santa's cookies. No. So dearbuster will scan the website's cookies with the folder. Use Dearbuster. We will use the command. I'm going to use GoBuster, but that's a different thing. So they would like us to do something like this instead. So if I took this URL and put it into the browser, I'm not seeing anything at the moment, but they kind of want me to do this. So let's just do that, I guess. And let's clear this page and paste that in and say that my word list would be from Dearbuster instead, and it would be the one called directory listing lowercase medium text. So now it's starting. I also have derp installed. I usually use the GoBuster, so I'm just gonna leave this for now. And in the above we have provided Dearbuster with the following commands, the URL and everything. Yes, that's fine. Now that we once we execute this command, Dearbuster will search for existing directory. So we're kind of just, letting Dearbuster do its work. Generating word lists. Alright then. Your ability to discover content is only as good as a word list. So you will find another collection on SecList, which is a GitHub repository you could use to download other interesting word lists to discover content folders on the website. So now we have default credentials, and web application servers often come with the default pair of credentials. So if so, we can download a list of passwords with a lot of different passwords we can use to try and get access to the application. And sometimes the credentials are stored in the web application, in configuration files and stuff like that, and which basically means that if they had a GitHub repository, for example, it could be like a README file with the administrator in. So we also need to be aware of that. That was the GitHub for the credential, yes. So the photo above shows the README documentation instructions for the web application. Username, administrator, and password 123 let me in. Well, will that actually work if I put it into the application? No, because it will only take an email address, so that doesn't really work. Unless administrator installing, so they say for the task you need to deploy the vulnerable machine, which I did, start machine, and additional resources, authentication, bypass, and so on. So they want me to answer different questions like using a common word list, enumerate the web page to find location of the administrator dashboard. So this is still generating, so I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm gonna use GoBuster as I usually do. It's gonna be this, it's gonna be no, that's not the IP address. It's gonna be this IP address. I'm gonna put that in, and the word list will be user share word list dearbuster directory directory list lowercase medium. I'm gonna use that instead. Already I'm getting the answer. /admin would be the answer for this, so I'm gonna write admin and submit my answer, and that is correct. So in your web browser, try some default credentials with a newly discovered form for the administrator. What is the password? So let's go to the web page and do /admin, and if the username is administrator, we can try the username administrator and the password administrator, and you have successfully logged in. So the password were administrator and the username were administrator. It's just a copy paste of the supplied username we're given, and that is in some cases, for some systems in the start, they use default credentials just for convenience, you could say. It's pretty stupid. Access the admin panel. What is the value of the flag? So let's do this, and the flag is down here. That's how a flag looks like. Copy paste it, put it in, submit it, and whoop whoop, we're done. So that's for today's room. We completed Advent of Cyber day number 3. There are many different things you can learn in the day number 3. It's a very simple web application exploitation room. What you need to be aware of that you can learn stuff like using GoBuster or Dearbuster. It's just a bit slower, I guess. I suggest you go ahead and use the GoBuster instead. The documentation of it is not that great, so after the GoBuster command, you write D for you're going to explore directories, -u for the user, and -w for the actual word list, and then supply the path for that. So until next time, I will see you again. I hope you will subscribe to my channel, of course, and that you like my videos. Write a comment below. Bye.